Hi everyone, in this lecture we will see what is alias, and we will see through practical of MySQL how we can create alias from SQL query and can join multiple tables, even not only 2, 3 but multiple 7, 8, 10 or whatever count of table you want, you can join using alias. So it is very shorthand. Even if you don't want to use joins, you can directly go with the alias part. So let's see what are their benefits. So their readability and clarity is quite easy. So aggregation and calculation is quite useful. It is self-explanatory and more simplified than join. If you are going to apply join on 2 tables, that is easy. But if you are going to join multiple tables by 5, 6, 7, 10, then alias comes quite handy. Now next on the how we can create MySQL alias. So first thing we will do will be creation of select query. Then we will alias the column name or table name, whatever it be. Then we will apply the from clause and we will apply the where clause. If join is needed, then we will use, otherwise we will not use. So these are the steps which will be asked in the interview, that you can go with the select, then assign alias, then from clause, then where clause, and join required, then go with it. So then comes what are the common errors which can happen. So the thing is that since alias becomes huge, because you are joining actually large number of tables, then alias may have some missing syntax. Conflicting alias may become, because 2 tables are there, common data or common description. Then you can apply the alias of CD as both of them, then it will become conflicting alias. So you should apply the alias as different names. You should apply the correct uses of the alias, then only the things will come. So now let's go to the MySQL part and directly we will see how we can create the alias there using practical. And this is one of the key important interview questions which are actually not being given by or not being answered by most of the interviewees. So you should understand that if you are an experienced person, alias is a must for you. Let's go to the MySQL dashboard and let's see the practical. So we are in the MySQL dashboard, and here this is the database client in which client data is there. As you can see, 1, 2, 3 and Sumit, John and Michael are the client details. If I go with the client address contains 1, 3 and 4 as the client data ID. If you see the column, this is ID. Client data ID is nothing but the ID of this client data. So these are being mapped with client data ID. Let's see what are the other table contains. Company is there, in which also there is a client data ID. Again I said this client data ID is nothing but the ID of this client data. So whoever is at ID 1 is Sumit, is kind of working in ABC company, and whoever is at ID 3 is nothing but Michael, is working in VK Tech company. And if I go with the designation part, designation is again with client data ID as 1 as Sumit and 3 as Michael, having manager and director as the positions. I want to fetch all the client data with their address. How we can fetch it through alias, we will see it here. So I will simply say, let's go with the 2 tables first, this one and this one, client data and client address. I will say select star from which one, I will increase the font size, client data, I'll make it CD. CD is, what is CD? CD is nothing but alias of client data. I am saying make the client data as CD, client data alias CD. You can understand that way. Then provide a comma, provide the other table, client data is already given, client address, make it CA, where. So what we have done till this part, select part we have done from part we have provided the alias of these 2 tables, CD and CA. We have made CD and CA different just to make them error prone free and distinguish. And after that we have applied where clause, where CD is the client data dot ID. This is ID of this client data is equal to client address dot client data ID equal to client address dot client data ID. This is how, without using join, we have just fetched out the details. So you can see the details are coming. Next thing comes, what if I want to join now this time company also. If I see in the company, client data ID is again here also available. So I will apply one more table here. I will make company, make it C only as a company. So So what we have written, so let's start from client data cd, client data is ca, company c, where client data.id is equal to ca.client.id, but we have not applied the join how this company is being joined with cd. So we need to apply where this is equal to this, that is client data is equal to ca.client.id, and again the alias join for these two tables. Again we will write cd.id is equal to which one, company.client.id. So company is what, company is c, so c.client.id, and now we will apply and run it. We will get the details of three tables. So this is coming from the company table. Now let's join, or let's fetch the data from the next table also, designation. If you see in the designation also, client data ID is there. We will fetch the details from the designation also. Again we will provide the alias for designation part. So let's go and provide the designation as D, and again since we are going to apply the designation join also with client data, so we will simply write cd.id is equal to which one, this designation dot client data id. Designation is what, D here, D is the alias, so d dot client data just it is saying, and we need to apply here, that's why it's giving issue. And so all the conditions are coming in where clause, and cd.id is equal to d.client.id. Let's put it little bit above. So what we have done, we have provided all the four tables, provided the alias of these four tables, and provided the conditions how they are well connected with one another. And now when I will run this, you will see details of all the four tables are coming. This is coming as a designation from the designation table, this is coming from the company table, this is coming from the address table, and this is coming from the client data table. So in this way we can fetch all the records even though the tables are more in number, and can pull out the details using alias. So thank you all for watching the video.